Oh, who's hungry? That looks
dangerous.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
We're making today an apple and blackberry crumble. It's an absolute British classic. So we start with the caramel. Oh. Take two. Now, my mum does make a very good crumble. So this is a bit of a competition right now. Whenever we do like family events, she's always trying to one-up me on the crumbles. We'll see. We've got these beautiful Granny Smith apples. You can use Bramley apples. They're probably a bit more ideal.
What's your favourite apple?
Favourite apple to eat on its own?
Yeah, everyone's got a favourite apple.
A pink lady. Is that controversial? And we're just going to cut them into quarters, put them on one side like this. Where you can see the core, you just kind of want to cut the core out like this, throw the core away, and then just do that for the rest of them. So you can see that, we've got a bit of an amber colour now, so that's still not dark enough. Once this goes in, Max, it's going to be like, just literally maybe a few minutes. Okay, you ready? And a little bit of butter. Add in our apples as well. And the juices from the apples with the sugar and the butter are going to form a really nice sauce. Now it might solidify, in fact it probably will solidify, but you just have to keep cooking it down until that sugar remelts. So now while that cooks down, we can get on with the crumbled topping. So that starts off with flour. The next ingredient is cold butter, and it's really important that it's cold. About this much butter. So the reason it has to be cold is because you have to be able to rub it into the flour. Cut it up into chunks like this, and then we're going to use our hands to kind of bring the flour and the butter together, which is going to give it its crumbly texture. And you want to crush the butter into the flour until you've left with breadcrumbs. And if you shake the bowl, all the big clumps come to the top, and then you can just kind of work your way through it like that. Okay, now, time to debunk a myth. Most apple crumble recipes will tell you to mix it until it looks like breadcrumbs. Now, I'm here to tell you that they lie. You have to take it a bit further. So you've got to kind of mix it until it looks like tiny rocks, maybe, I think. Just a bit bigger than breadcrumbs, because they're the bits that are going to go crispy and crunchy and going to give you the best thing. So you see how that looks like breadcrumbs there? We kind of want it to look a bit bigger. So going back over to the pan, we've got these lovely blackberries from Surrey. So in they go. They're going to release more juice, more sugar, and melt down into a lovely, lovely sauce. This is a granny test trick. She would add, let's go with 3 cloves. And it might not sound a lot, but it's really going to add a really nice Christmassy flavour to your crumble. Then add in a little sprinkling of cinnamon, because apple, cinnamon and blackberry, they're all best mates and they all love partying together. Now I like to be a bit adventurous with my crumble toppings. You can add granola in there, you could add some cereal, you can add some biscuits, maybe some ginger snaps. We're keeping it relatively simple with some rolled oats. So just maybe about a handful, and some demerara sugar. So caster sugar for the caramel, some demerara sugar for this, and the reason for that is because it's a bit more coarse, so it's going to go a bit crunchy, and it's got a nicer kind of toffee flavour profile, which I think is going to pair really nicely with these kind of caramelised apples and blackberries. So you kind of scrunch it together, and see how we've got these big bits here. They're the bits that are going to go nice and crunchy in the oven. Okay, so next step. We've got our lovely oven-proof dish here. We're just going to put in all that lovely apple filling. So we haven't cooked it so it's mushy. We've just cooked it just to take that rawness out. And the last little bit to do is just to top it with that lovely crumble topping. This is a real Sunday classic. We used to have it every Sunday after a roast dinner. And if you want to get into British cooking, you need to have a good crumble recipe under your belt. And then that just goes into an oven at 180 for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then it's done. There you go. It's not quite there. Maybe another 20 minutes. Oh shit. Got to add salt into the crumble topping. Oh, it's salted butter anyway, it should be fine. Ooh, it's looking good. Can you get a close-up of the bubbling? Right, here we go. Woo! God, who's hungry? That looks dangerous. That's how to describe it. The thing is with crumble is it's hard to make it look sexy on the plate. It's a really rustic dish from England, so don't worry about the presentation. I'm just gonna cut in. So you've got that lovely biscuity top with a rich, tart, tangy, and sweet filling. Okay. This is the ice cream we got from the lovely Enrico. It's absolutely delicious. So we've just got a ice cream scoop into boiling water. This is just going to help us cut through that cold ice cream. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That is my apple and blackberry crumble. It's a British classic. Give it a go because it's my favourite dessert.